Hello friends, today we are going to talk about the network topology. Network topology is the term related with the way the computers are connected to each other is generally known as network topology. So topology refers to the layout of connected devices on a network or the nodes, the way they are connected. So there are two types of topologies are possible. First one is physical topology and second one is logical topology. So mostly we are concerned about the physical topology, where how physically a device is connected to each other. Depending on that layout, the topology is decided. So on that basis we can say that the topology may be a mesh topology, star topology, bus topology, ring topology, or tree and hybrid type of topology. So these are the examples of bus, ring, star, extended star, hierarchical, that is a tree, and a mesh type of topology. So let us discuss one by one. Mesh topology. So mesh topology is the topology where each device is connected or is linked with other device. So if there are n number of devices are there, then there are n minus 1 links are there where through which a node 1 can be connected to other nodes. And the total number of links in that network will be n into n minus 1 divided by 2 to have a physical connection between the n devices, and each device should have n minus 1 IO ports. Now let us consider that there are 6 devices connected in a mesh topology. Then in that case you will be requiring 15 links to establish the connection among all these 6 nodes, and you will be requiring 5 IO ports for each device, so that each device can have a link with remaining 5 devices. Then what are the advantages of this mesh topology? The first advantage is that since there is a dedicated link from each device to other device, so the traffic problem is not there, so we can avoid the traffic problem. It is a robust one. That means if any link get damaged, it is not going to affect the others. That means the network remain as it is and you can communicate with each other, so network will not get down. Then there is a privacy and security, because as the message travels through a dedicated link, so there is a privacy and security of the data, and fault finding and fault isolation becomes easier in case of mesh topologies. So this is how the mesh topology, you can see that one computer is having 5 connections. So this is one connection, this is another connection, second connection, this is third, then this is fourth, and this is fifth. So this is how one unit is connected to remaining 5. So every unit is having 5 connections. So overall link, if you consider, the overall links will be 15. So another example of the same one. Then what are the disadvantages? So the main disadvantage is that if the number of nodes in a mesh topology, if it increases, obviously you will require a bulk of wiring, and obviously the IO ports requirement will be very high, so this will increase the hardware requirement. So the cost of wiring and hardware requirement increases in mesh topology. So this is the disadvantage of this topology. The application is that it can be used in telephone regional offices, or the concepts like wide area networks where the mesh topology is preferred. Now the second topology is star topology, where all the devices are connected to each other through a central controller that is called as a hub, or in most of the cases it is also called as a switch. Through that switch or hub, the devices are connected to each other, so the traffic will be through this central device that is called as hub. So the transmission occurs only through hub only. So the device 1 wants to communicate with device 2, then first the information will be sent to the hub by device 1, and then device central hub will send the information to the device 2. This is how the device actually information takes place. And since the structure is around the central point, so it's look like a star, hence it is called as a star topology. So here you can see that the device like the printer is connected over here, so you can connect such kind of sharing devices directly either to the network, or you can directly connect it to the such kind of devices, or you can connect it to the computer, and through computer also you can share it. That is also quite possible. So what are the advantages of star topology? It is less expensive as compared to mesh, because there is only one central hub is required. Installation and configuration is comparatively easy. Less cabling is required as compared to mesh. If 6 units are there, then only 6 connections are required, whereas 15 connections are required in case of mesh. So the less cabling requirement is there. Robustness is there, so if any links get failed, it is not going to affect the whole network. So fault finding is also comparatively easy, and it is easy to remove part, and you can remove a node, or you can remove any device from the network. It is not going to affect the whole topology or the whole network. So no disruption to the network when you are removing or connecting any new device. But there is a disadvantage that it is totally based on the central device called as a hub. So this dependency, if the central hub goes off or it goes down, then in that case the whole system becomes dead. So that is what the disadvantage is. That the second disadvantage is that even though the wiring requirement is less as compared to mesh, but still the wiring requirement is more as compared to ring and bus type of topology. So the applications, in most of the LAN applications, this type of star topology is utilized. Whenever you require a high LAN speed, in that case this star topology is preferred. Then the next topology is bus topology. So bus topology is also called as a multi-point topology. The best example of this multi-point topology is your colony, where a central road is there, and on the two sides there are row houses, which are the examples of these row houses. Will be a separate terminal which is connected to the central road of the colony. So this can be a similar type of bus topology. You can talk about the synonym of this bus topology. Here a long cable which acts as a backbone for the whole device. So this long cable, in most of the cases this long cable is a coaxial cable. So this coaxial cable will be utilized, and drop lines are utilized to connect the between the device and the cable. So a tap is required. So again, the best analogy for this bus topology is your water distribution system, where a central pipeline is there, and from that pipeline you take a tap, and this tap will take a separate line to your home. So this is a another analogy you can look as a bus topology. So this allows you one device to transmit at a time. So here you can see that this is a terminator. So this will give you one terminator, and this is another terminator. So here the device gets terminated. So once it is get terminated, so now this node wants to communicate with this node. So if this node wants to communicate with this node, at that time what happens, whatever maybe the information is there, that information is passed through, it will pass a token, and then this token will come to this, it will check for this whether this token is meant for me. If no, it will simply pass the information to the next, it will check by this. If no, it will pass to the next, then next, and finally it arrives to the destination. So this will come to know that okay, the information is meant for me, so I will process that information accordingly. The bus topology works on the token access methodology. So here you can see that here it is a tap T type of connection, and through the T type of connection you can connect your PC to the central line or central cable. So here a terminator of 50 ohm is generally utilized, and when you measure the resistance at this point, the general resistance is nearly about 25 ohms if all the connections are correct. If anything goes wrong, then the resistance at this point will change and you are able to identify the fault. So this is the example of maximum number of devices connected in a single line. So this is the example of bus topology. So as I have already discussed, here it is a terminator and this information is sent to this one. So every time each cable or each node will check for its token. If the information is not meant for me, it is simply acts as a repeater and it gives the information to the, it will pass the information to the next. So the access of this line, access of this cable will be taken care by the MAC access control, and this is again the role of data link layer, media access control. Then the bus topology, only one device can communicate at a time. So it will simply broadcast a message on the wire and other devices simply see whether that message is for them or not. If it is not for them, then in that case it simply accepts and repeats the message, and the intended device accepts it and processes it. So it is easy for the installation, very less cabling is required, but the disadvantage is that it is difficult to reconfigure and it is difficult to add the new device, because if the cable length is limited, then adding a new device will be very cumbersome. So the signal reflections at top can degrade the quality. So that is another point, because every time at every node the signal gets reflected and that is going to create a problem. So if anything goes wrong with a backbone cable, then the whole network stops. That is what the disadvantage is. So in most of the computer applications previously, in 1998 or 2000 era, this bus topology was very much utilized. Then the CAT cable and twisted pair cables and the star topology came into existence. So before that, this bus topology and ring topologies were very famous. So ring topology, instead of these two terminators, if the entire cable gets connected in a ring fashion, then it is called as a ring topology. So whenever a single information is passed, signal is passed from one direction, it moves in only one direction unless it is reaches to the destination, and the other devices for which this information is not there, they simply acts as the repeaters, or they simply regenerate the information and it passes to the next one. So to add and delete the devices, you require only to change the two connections at the either end. So here you can see that if this device wants to communicate with this device in anti-clockwise fashion, then the data is passed from this device. So this will act as a repeater, this will act as a repeater, this will act as a repeater, and the information is sent to the last device, and this device will come to know that okay, the token is meant for me, and I'll process that information. So there are two types of rings are possible. In most of the cases, primary ring and secondary rings are utilized, so to have a bidirectional communication. So that is quite possible. So this ring topology, the message flows in only in one direction. So the advantages of ring topology is that the first advantage is it is easy to install, easy to reconfigure, and fault finding becomes easy. Whereas the disadvantage is that unidirectional traffic is there. So if anything goes wrong with a central line or the ring, then the entire network gets break. That is what the disadvantage is. So the application is so the ring topology are found in some of the offices or in campuses. As I said earlier, before the star topology came into existence, this bus topology and ring topology were the choices of the network administrators. Now the next topology is a tree topology. So it is an alternate of star bus topology, or in most of the cases it is also known as star star topology. So multiple star connections you connect it to each other, it will look like a tree composition, hence it is known as tree type of topology. So here you can see that one network, one computer is connected to the other, and other are connected to the others, and this will act as a, this may be a central hub. So this may be a central hub for a system, and to this hub a separate network is connected. So it